Stephon, what are your impressions of Wisconsin's offense, and how physical are you guys going to have to play on Saturday?
My impressions of the offense is how huge, how physical the offensive line play is. They have a great receiver at number 4, Abadarius, I believe that's his last name. Pretty much the same Wisconsin offense, just minus the Russell Wilson from last year. But still a great team. Still have some great guys over there, especially Monty Ball and number 4. But it's going to be a really physical game, one of the more physical games that we have played this season.
Ball has set a lot of records. I know it's an opponent, that's who you're playing this week, but do you ever find yourself looking at a guy and saying, I mean, that guy's really had a great career, and the respect that you might have for the things that he's done?
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for him. I hear that he had a down year, but I got his stats yesterday. I was like, oh, he got a down year. He had 17 touchdowns and over 1,600 yards. But I have a lot of respect for him. I think he just broke the record for touchdowns. He's a great player. You can't take anything away from that. He might make his plays on Saturday, and we're going to have our plays too. But he's a great player. You can't take anything away from that.
I asked a couple of the other guys how emotional you think it's going to be in that tunnel, and who's going to be the most emotional person?
It's going to be very emotional. I just walked out that tunnel just now, and I was just thinking to myself, wow, I have one more time walking out the tunnel with my team, running to my family, in front of a great student section, in front of a great crowd, in front of a great alumni, in front of a great coaching staff. You know, it's just crazy because when everything happened this fast all season, I was one of the ones who was saying, I can't wait around that tunnel for Ohio. And now, this is my last game, you know, last time with the seniors, last time with the team, last time with Coach O'Brien on that field. It's going to be very emotional, you know, kind of like bittersweet. It's going to be a great feeling. I remember this moment for the rest of my life. But, you know, I just kind of wish it didn't come this fast. You know, these 13 weeks in the season been kind of like a jet plane, you know. Every week just seemed like it just get faster and faster. But as far as like emotional on the team, I don't know. I talk to a lot of guys might tear up. I know I'm going to tear up. Just the respect I have for this program, everything that we've been through, how far I have came along, you know. I'm going to tear up. And just saying my dad, he never missed a game, home or away, since I've been playing as a true freshman. Never missed a game, man. He texted me last night and was like, you know, Steph, I've never been so proud of you in my life. You know, the way you hung in there with those guys. Like, before the sanctions even came out, I mean, when the sanctions did come out, I text my dad right away and like, I'm staying. Anyone who calls you, just ignore or tell him I'm fine where I'm at. And yesterday he pretty much texted me and told me, you know, I never wanted you to leave. I was gonna let you make that own decision, but I'm glad you made the right one. He was like, if you would have left, you know, I would have supported you, my son. But man, I'm just so happy how mature you have came, and you know, we done, as myself and with him, you know, we done had a lot of adversity in our life, you know. When I was 2 months old, you know, I was with my birth mom, and she pretty much tried to give me away. So ever since then, since I was 2 months old, and from now, I've been living with my dad. Ever since then. Of course, I had help. I have a good family support, but I told him, you know, if I could just be half the man he was, you know, then my life would be complete. When I go out there Saturday, I mean, it wasn't just all him. It's my stepmom as well. So when I go out there Saturday and they say Roman Moore's, you know, father, and Cynthia Spriggs, that's not my birth mom, but it's my stepmom. She helped me since I was 2 years old. You know, been here for me and everything. So just the fact that you know I get to run on field towards them too, it's gonna mean a lot to me. So I probably get very teary.
Stephon, there are a lot of guys on the team from Maryland. What's the buzz been like with the Terrapins joining the Big Ten, and what type of decision are kids in Maryland going to be facing now when they go to college? Does that make Maryland more in play for a lot of the talented kids like yourself and the other guys?
I mean, I got some, one of my old teammates, Eleanor Roosevelt High School, Isaiah Ross, he's a defensive end at Maryland now, and he's amped about it. I mean, of course, I won't be able to play, and he won't be able to neither, but he said that as far as the young guys on the Maryland team is like pretty excited about it, pretty excited to play Ohio State, Penn State, you know, great programs, great traditions, like especially like that we have. But people who just at home in general are just very excited as well. You know, Maryland program, if you go to the state of Maryland, you won't really know it's there. You know, so they pretty much needed a change, I would say. Just the fact that the crowds that we have and the crowds that they have is like a big drop off, whether they get over 20,000. But it's a great, they needed that. That's good for the Terrapins, and that's good for their program as well.
Can you talk about how the adversity that the senior class has gone through has kind of helped draw it together? You know, everything that you've gone through the last year.
Just starting from the firing of my old head coach, that we all respect and love a lot, Coach Paterno. A lot of things could have got shaky there, but it didn't. When the former seniors was not thinking about, you know, not going to the bowl game, but we all did, and we stuck it out there, then the passing of our former coach, and how, you know, the whole team, especially the seniors, we all just got together and put our heads, you know, just held hands and, you know, just pretty much stuck it out for him. You know, of course, Coach O'Brien was named the head coach, but you know, we can't forget about Coach Paterno and everything he has done. He's the reason why all of us are here. He's one of the reasons why I stayed. The fact that I told him whether I redshirt or not, I'd be here for 4 or 5 years. So I stayed because of him. I stayed because of the team and things like that. And then the adversity that we face, you know, if you look at the guys that we have on our team, like Michael Marty, Gerald Hodges, just to name a few guys, they're really tough-nosed guys, you know. Can't run away from adversity. You got to look at eye to eye, and that's not what we're about. We're not trying to run away from anything. And we had a lot of guys that look up to us, you know, whether it's the community or the younger guys. If we'd broke this thing apart, who's to say Penn State would have had a team this year? So we came a long way, and I really don't expect any of those guys to leave next year. I really don't. Coach O'Brien, man, he's a hell of a coach. So much support in that coaching room, so much support with you guys, so much support with everyone, you know. So I really don't expect anyone to leave. I expect everyone to be back and everyone just to keep fighting.
Take a couple more. So how much have you been talking with the younger guys about staying, and I guess what would your message be specifically to them?
Only guys I pretty much talk to is, I talk to the team, of course, but the guys I'm with every day, defensive back room, Adrian Amos, Jordan Lucas, Daquan Davis, Stephen O'Bain, who's my roommate, Malcolm Willis, Jesse. And, you know, early in the season, when we started off 0-2, you know, I kept hearing whispers of, yeah, next year I might not be here, things like that. But as we kept winning, you know, those whispers started to calm down. Then after the Ohio State game, you know, I heard him again. And I talked to those guys in front of a room. I just closed doors, and I was like, look, it would be stupid if you was to leave here, you know. Where would you want to go? Like, just let's not talk about football. Let's think about far as getting a degree, the support you'll have with that degree, how much it means to. I mean, not to knock any other school off, but Penn State, as you get a degree here, it means a lot than any other place. But A.J. Amos, he recently came up to me and was like, look, bro, especially in the hotel room, that's my roommate. He was like, look, I'm not going nowhere but you, you know. I'm excited that you came back. You know, you one of the more respected guys on the team. I look at you like a big brother. And he was like, if you ain't running away, I'm not going to run away. I'm going to be here. Then Daquan Davis, he's not going nowhere. All them guys pretty much are staying, you know. So if I was just anyone who is leaving, if I was just to talk to him, I'd just pretty much tell him, just, you know, take a deep breath and just think about everything. Like, you got a great group of guys in that room, you know. You got great support, and it's not going to be a better atmosphere than playing in front of 105,000+ every week, you know.